Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today's video we are looking at two unique awesome factory customs, the McQueen Day versions of Mater and McQueen. Technically these are the Cherry Blossom McQueen Day versions of Mater and McQueen, just because there is some other McQueen Day stuff that doesn't have the same pattern. For example, there is another factory custom of this Mater. This is the Golden McQueen Day Mater, and these are all made by Tomica. These are actual Tomica releases. Well, these aren't. These are based off of real Tomica releases, but Mattel themselves has not made them. These are factory customs that are on, the Mattel bodies for the Mattel stuff and all that. Let's take a look at both of them, because these are really cool. It's a really nice pair to have. These are the only two so far. I would love to see like a factory custom Cherry Blossom McQueen Day like Fillmore, but I'm gonna guess that these are the only ones we are getting because they were actual releases from Tomica, and the recent factory customs have been following that trend. Like this golden one is an actual release from Tomica. This Ivan one, I believe Ivan Mater got a recent release from Tomica. So the factory customs are basically kind of just taking what Tomica does and putting them on the Mattel bodies, which I don't have a problem with because these are some, as I mentioned, real unique and awesome looking factory customs. So let's look at the McQueen first. I will note I don't have the Tomica version, so no comparisons there. I don't have any Disney Cars Tomica diecasts. I do have a few Tomica diecasts that like are not Disney Cars. Like I've got this one right here. I've got, let's say this is another cool one. We got this SVJ. So I do have some Tomica stuff, just not any of the Disney Cars Tomica stuff, but I'd love to get some in the near future because there is some stuff that they have that nobody else has made. Real cool stuff. First part that jumps out at me is that he has like very distinct eyelids. Normally, like you can see on Mater here, they might just make it like a, actually they didn't do it, they didn't make it gray. That's weird, I thought they did. If you have, let's see if I can pull anything out of like this case over here. Yes, I can. So usually when they have a car that's like fully white, instead of making the eyelids white because then you can't see the eyelids, they'll have like, they'll make the eyelids gray. Like here's a Mirror-esque, a fully white car. The eyelids are gray, and I think that looks really great. On this factory custom, they did not do that. They just put a nice distinct line to separate the eyes from the eyelids, which I think works pretty well as well. I would compare that to this factory custom of an Apple Lightning McQueen. You can see they didn't put any kind of separation, so it just looks like his eyes are just floating there on the remainder of this white car. Like the whole car is his eyes. This is the only other white Lightning McQueen I have, I believe. I don't think they've even made a white Lightning McQueen, like, officially. There's only that these two factory customs that I have. And there is some more factory customs. I think there's like a Steve Jobs one, which is really, really weird. So on the front hood, you have like a mountain with Japanese text on it. I'm going to assume that it says 95. I don't know exactly what it says. It might say LM. I've tried to translate this. I know that these text are on his roof rail. I'm pretty sure that this says Lightning McQueen. I'm almost 100% sure that's what it says. And that is on both sides. I'm not exactly sure what it says on that decal on that hood though. You have the mountain, you have some flowers, some grass, and you have a road heading towards it, looking real nice. On the side, you actually do have the real number 95, but when you get to the roof, you have more Japanese, or presumably Japanese text that I'm not sure exactly what it says. I would guess 95 for both of these, but I don't think, since we have the actual number 95 on the side, I'm not fully sure. And I've tried to, translate it by trying to copy and paste it, but, the iPhone isn't recognizing like this as text. It will recognize this down here. The roof rail as text, won't recognize like those big chunky letters. The wheels, there's no decals on the tires like there would be on an Apple McQueen where we have the Lightyear. They're completely blank. There's a dark red filling those rims, looking real nice. On the back, you have that same piece of text that you have on that front decal. On the side, you have a real nice blossom where you have a real nice lightning bolt with cherry blossoms inside. You have like a little S pattern. I mean, I guess it's kind of a pattern that goes looking real. It's like peaceful, really cool. You have that on the other side as well. And then when you get to like the spoiler, you just have the plain S. I think that looks awesome. So that is pretty much it for the McQueen. The expression kind of matches up with the McQueen's you've already seen, or at least the smile. They did change the eyes up a little bit. Like this is a factory custom metallic Lightning McQueen. Here is the Apple Lightning McQueen. Let's see how many of these you can fit in here. If you zoom out. Like here is a normal non-factory custom Lightning McQueen. Actually, I'm assuming this is not a factory custom. I guess it could be. Yeah, I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not. Normal Lightning McQueen, and then just throwing a pink factory custom Lightning McQueen. All of those I have on my desk right now. Of course, not really matching up with this new Road Trip Lightning McQueen. So that's it for that McQueen there. Now we get to the Mater. Now I think the actual version of this Mater has a hood, and he has that same decal that you see on McQueen's hood on his hood, but there is not a hood on this guy. He has a red trim that goes all the way around him. You can see it starts at front bumper there, goes all the way around him, goes all the way to his base. There's that same set of symbols there. Goes all the way around, loops. The mirrors are red. You can see, I guess it might be, those eyelets might be a little bit gray. I cannot quite tell, as I said. He has that S pattern both on his, like, towards the front and then further towards the back, just with various cherry blossoms kind of following him. Here he is with an actual Mater. It's based on the race team Mater. The wheels are a little bit different. The real one, the white is vibrant. It's more colorful and not as blue. And the front wheels are brown instead of just plain black. That goes on the same. This is kind of the same thing for this side. The yellow is more vibrant, and it's black instead of yellow. As I mentioned, you have that cherry blossom pattern that is on both sides. You have these symbols, yet again, the same symbols you see on the top of that Lightning McQueen. I just love the S pattern. It looks really cool. Red mirrors and the tow hook and that whole contraption it's linked to, that is fully red. The work bed, or the bed back here, is white, so that's nice. Usually, like on the factory custom Rusty's Raptor Mater that I showed off, you can see it was fully red. But on some of the other ones, like this Iron Mater, this one is blue. The bed is blue, and on the other factory custom McQueen Day Mater, the gold version, you can see it is yellow with a silver. So they did a pretty good job on these. Two great factory customs. You can kind of see Mater's rear window there. That's not something you... Wait. Oh, that's weird. Okay. So you have a rear window on this Mater. You don't on the actual version of Mater. If we can get that to focus there, you can see no rear window. Rear window. That is weird. And yeah, just to confirm, here is a Road Trip Mater from Cars on the Road. He doesn't have the rear window either. So they put a rear window on this Mater. That is weird. And just, yeah, you have those on the other ones too. Well, there's no rear window on the Ivan Mater. There is a rear window on this version of Mater. So maybe Tomica put the rear window on there, and Mattel also, or not Mattel, the factory custom makers followed suit. That's really unique. Let's just show off the bases. You see me in China. One thing I noticed about all the factory custom Maters that I got is that you have them in the base, but they crossed out the word Disney. Like, it's not there. There's space where it should be. It just, instead of Disney/Pixar, it just says /Pixar. And that goes for this one as well, that Ivan Mater. Goes for the McQueen Day Mater, the gold version. And also goes for that Rusty's Raptor Mater that I showed off recently as well. That is it for the McQueen Day Mater and McQueen. Two very unique factory customs based on two very unique Tomica releases. I guess now that they kind of copied each other, you know, they're not unique anymore. But still, Very, very neat, awesome factory customs. Definitely would recommend picking one or both of these up. I feel like they work better as a pair. Not that they wouldn't work fine on their own. They're still really sick. Definitely, this is a neat little set to have. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video on these two awesome factory customs, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.